Veronica, it's called the Rural Health Transformation Program, aimed at millions of Americans living in rural areas, trying to access quality health care without having to drive for miles and miles.
Surrounded by top health officials, cabinet members, and physicians from rural America, President Donald Trump delivers remarks in the East Room.
As part of the great big beautiful bill, we have increased funding for the health care by an unprecedented $50 billion. That's rural health care. Nobody thought that was going to happen, and we got it done.
He also told the many physicians, nurses, and pharmacists in the audience.
So we have rural health care for those that were trying to make a case that we weren't taking care of the rural community. I'm all about the rural community.
Dr. Mehmet Oz, who runs the Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services, says there are 60 million rural Americans. He laid out the serious health problems they face every day.
These folks do not have access to the same care that's available in urban and suburban America. Their life expectancy, if they're in a vulnerable situation, is 9 years shorter. Because your zip code actually is your destiny. It determines how long you're going to live, and we can make a dent in this.
The president also discussed his new Great Health Care Plan, a plan he says mandates unprecedented accountability and transparency from insurance companies and all health care providers.
We want transparency. You're not allowed to ask a doctor how much is it going to cost. You're going to have your heart ripped out, and you're not allowed to negotiate. This is a giant scam.
Now, separately tonight, after that event in the East Room with the president, I was able to ask President Trump a question as he walked towards Marine One on the South Lawn.
Mr. President, the March for Life, sir, the March for Life is next week. And some pro-lifers are worried about your support for the Hyde Amendment. What do you tell them?
Well, you know what I tell them? You're going to hear about it because I just taped a beautiful piece for them, and they're going to play it. And those are great people. I want to tell you, they're great people.
Just recently, President Trump told Republican lawmakers they have to be flexible on Hyde, and that raised alarms among pro-life advocates and lawmakers. And we're also learning tonight Vice President J.D. Vance will join the March for Life rally on the National Mall taking place next week. At the White House, Owen Jensen, EWTN News Nightly.